another staple of the South. Dr. Pepper is releasing a bourbon-flavored drink next month. It's called the Fansville Reserve and will be flavored with cherry, vanilla, chocolate, and caramel. It won't have any actual bourbon in the drink, but will do its best to try and mimic the beverage. And if you want to try this limited edition Dr. Pepper, you'll have to enter a sweepstakes and just hope to win, or do what I might do and just use regular Dr. Pepper mixed with real bourbon. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joining us now live in studio. Jeff, you thinking Thanksgiving feast here in up north at 4? Cajun turkey, bourbon, Dr. Pepper?
Sounds good to me. Okay, looking outside right now, if you're a slacker, not judging, but if your boat's in, your pier's still in, this is going to be the weekend for you with temperatures in the 60s and your 70 on Saturday and Sunday, and then it gets cold again next week. By the way, the temperature results are in from September, and September came back as the 5th warmest September on record globally. So that's land and ocean temperatures. By the way, it was also the warmest September on record in North America. On this map, though, red's above average, blue is below. September was a very warm month across the world. Okay, for us, though, tomorrow, the National Weather Service comes out with its winter forecast, and likely going to be a La Nina winter, which for us, and we're already kind of seeing signs of this, it means prolonged cold spells and wetter than average precipitation, which could give us some more snow. So, you know, we're going for the snowiest winter on record. Why not go for that, right? Looking outside right now, though, no snow for you. It's 41 in Rhinelander, a northwest breeze around 8, and that dew point, incredibly dry air out there at 24. Over in Wausau, 45, a west-northwest breeze at 14. Still breezy out there after wind gusts near 45 miles per hour this over Monday into Tuesday, and waves on Lake Superior yesterday that made it to 26 feet. That's big, right? Okay, so out there now, it's cool. We're in the 30s to low 40s across our area, but we're going to work on that. We're going to kick in a south breeze tomorrow, and look over here. That's the air coming our way for really Saturday into Sunday and probably into Monday. But then it is October. The cold air is going to win. It's heavier. It's denser. It's going to cool us off again next week, Tuesday into Wednesday. On paper, that looks like this. So 51 tomorrow, 61 for Friday, then mid-60s Saturday. I went with 68 for Sunday, but a couple of us could easily do 70 on Sunday, and then right back down again Tuesday into Wednesday. So too soon? Okay, we'll go past this then. If we want to do the snowiest winter on record for Rhinelander, we got to hit 116.3 inches from a few years ago. We already have about 2 inches in the bank, so we'll see a lot of winter to get through. But right now, though, no snow for you. Looking at lots of clear skies across our area. In fact, there's no precipitation in our forecast until probably Monday or Tuesday of next week. So our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies and low temperatures down near 28. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
Guess who's making a splash? You're Denord, of course. We make installing your dock easy enough for just one person, and you don't even have to get wet. With our piers, there's less maintenance, no rust, and no fuss, because we're factory direct. Made in St. Germain, come and visit us.
Hey, here's a fun fact. 3 out of 4 members of Congress were already professional politicians before they even got to D.C. And then they cash in and become lobbyists. It ain't me. I'm Derek Van Orden, a retired Navy SEAL with 26 years of service. And I will pass term limits and ban congressmen from ever becoming lobbyists. I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message. Let's try something different. Let's change the people we send to D.C.
Wet basements, cracked walls, musty crawl spaces, and settling concrete only get worse with time. And the longer they're left untreated, the more money they cost to repair. SureDry has been focused on stabilizing foundations and repairing basements and concrete for over 28 years. We understand the root causes of foundation and concrete problems and work closely with those we serve to develop permanent solutions. If you have concerns with your foundation or concrete, call us for a free estimate today. Because these issues won't get better with time, they only get better with SureDry.
Enjoy the serenity of northern Wisconsin all year long. First stop, Chequamegon Adventure Company. Skis, skates, snowshoes, and fat bikes. Kayaks, canoes, and paddleboards. Chequamegon Adventure Company. Stop by the store or visit us online.
Welcome to Patchouli Garden in Park Falls. We love authentic Indonesian patchouli, and we specialize in our original custom blends. Everything with the Patchouli Garden name on it we make right here in our store. Visit Patchouli Garden in the store or online.
Guess who's making a splash? You're Denord, of course. We make installing your dock easy enough for just one person, and you don't even have to get wet. With our piers, there's less maintenance, no rust, and no fuss, because we're factory direct. Made in St. Germain, come and visit us.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. Lauren Sackett joining us now. First time in the new studio, so
Yes.
this is fun for you.
It's great.
It's fancy, isn't it?
I know. From the Rhinelander Area Chamber of Commerce. So we were just discussing this during the break. Jeff has mentioned numerous times now on this show he wants this upcoming winter to be the snowiest on record. Snowiest ever, right? Is that the term?
Yes, because I have good intentions, right? Because it's good for tourism.
That is not your intention. That is not your intention.
And I have like 8 new employees who are from Texas who have not experienced a big winter. So I want them to kind of go big or go home.
So you're framing this as something that would help
Yes.
Lauren, but I know
It
what
would
you're
help
doing.
with the tourism season. Snowmobile trails, ski trails, outdoor recreation is a big reason why people travel here. So,
So
Yes.
you're on Jeff's side with this?
professionally, yes. Personally, I could do with a little less snow.
Is your snowblower tuned up? Is it?
Yes, we're
Okay,
good to
so
go.
she's ready.
I'm not. I can tell you that much. Well, Lauren, you're joining us today because it is National Chamber of Commerce Appreciation Day.
Yep, support your local chamber day. And up here in the Northwoods, there are a lot of different chambers of commerce. Tend to see one in nearly every community. So we all function a little bit differently, but there are definitely certain reasons as to why a business might want to join a chamber or why you should support your chamber. So I was coming on to kind of talk about the impact and different things that we do, because a lot of times people don't necessarily know what a chamber does.
Okay.
So here in the Rhinelander community, you know, we support businesses that choose to invest in chamber membership and provide benefits that help further their growth. So that tends to be a lot of marketing avenues. We are also a resource for people that are looking to grow professionally. We offer the Leadership Oneida County course that happens annually, and monthly we do a Business After 5 networking. So if you're looking to further your networking reach, that's actually tonight at 5 o'clock at Covantage Credit Union. So after you watch this, make your way to Covantage. And yeah, you can network with your peers and expand your business network. I brought, you know, our membership guide. We have these available at our office. So that is a great resource if you're thinking about joining. You know, we're also a community advocate. We try to stay in touch with all the different current issues, things affecting our workforce and our businesses, and try to stay in tune to conversations that are important to them. You know, like right now, workforce trends can be a little scary here in the Northwoods. So how can we help keep
Bridge those waters, if you will.
and childcare, lots of
Housing, that
discussions.
stuff.
We try to help continue movement and connect gaps as that we're able to. And then, of course, you guys know we host community events throughout the year.
A lot of them.
Try to bring our community together. You know, our biggest Hodag Heritage Festival, Art Fair, Car Show. You know, all those standard events that we're always on talking about. But there's just so much other stuff that we do. So we just kind of wanted to share that.
Yeah, I think people often think the chamber is that organization that just kind of does marketing in areas that are just kind of one-off in the local area, right? Chicago, Minneapolis, to bring people in. And of course, that's part of what you do.
Definitely.
But like you just said, that's not all you do.
Right. Yeah, we definitely, so Rhinelander, we're the destination marketing organization, so we do help further our tourism reach and bring people to the communities. But yeah, we're really here, I mean, our main goal, we say on here, is to be a catalyst, convener, and community champion. And we really try to champion what's so great about the Rhinelander community, extend that message through to our businesses, to our residents, and then outside the area, and show that showcase our community in the best way we can.
I am kind of curious. You brought it up before, just kind of like keeping your eye on the workforce trends and sort of how that applies to businesses that are members of the chamber. I'm just like kind of curious, and like maybe you don't have an exact answer, but like how much of that is what you guys notice and you approach these businesses, or is it like the other way around and they kind of come to you with like, here's what we're seeing?
Yeah, it is both.
Okay.
You know, sometimes we hear things and we ask our businesses if they're experiencing that, and sometimes they're telling us those things. But Nicolet College and Grow North hosted an economic summit last week that we attended, and so we learned a lot of information that we then are going to bring back to our businesses and try to help them combat those things.
Absolutely.
When you do it very well. So we appreciate you very much.
Thank you so much, Lauren. Thank you for coming on today. I just want to give you a couple dates before you go. For no reason, I know this is Chamber Appreciation Day, but there's Anchor Appreciation Day on February 5th.
Okay,
and
I'll
then,
remember that.
Weather Person Day is in April, so just no reason, just want you to
All
be
right,
aware
well,
of those days.
make sure we'll make sure that we give you a shout out on social media.
Lauren, thank you so much for coming
Thank
on. We're going to
you.
take a break here in Up North at 4. Stick with us.
Food for Kids needs volunteers for October 22nd. To help, go online or call today.
Your home, where life happens. Family and friends gather. Memories are created. Locally family-owned business serving Rhinelander, Eagle River, and surrounding areas. Come into one of our stores located in Eagle River or Rhinelander and work closely with one of our creative kitchen designers on creating your dream kitchen.
Eagle River Cabinets, building relationships, one cabinet at a time.
Over 800 convicted criminals released. 270 murderers and attempted murderers released. 44 child rapists released. Tony Evers' parole commission has released hundreds of violent criminals early, including some of the worst killers in Wisconsin history. Evers' liberal policies are making our communities less safe. Tony Evers put criminals first and our family's safety last.
Bassett Jewelers and Engraving in downtown Minocqua is a full-service traditional jewelry store offering a wide range of jewelry and gift items to fit any budget. Find jewelry from classic diamonds to beautiful colored gems and pearls, engagement rings, and wedding bands for every style. Gift selections include jewelry travel cases, glassware, picture frames, and an extensive line of baby gifts. Bassett offers in-store jewelry repairs and engraving to personalize your gifts.
Bassett Jewelers and Engraving is proud to sponsor Buffy's Northwoods Kitchen.
I'm Caleb Stolzman. I've lived in Rhinelander the last 9 years, and I'm the service manager. One of my favorite things about Casera coming into town is their core values. They focus a lot about community, teamwork, individual growth, and coaching. We've been able to go through with a mentor program, getting our entry-level techs trained up to their next level and potential, and it's really just came around full circle to help the guests that we have in our community or those visiting our community.
Complete your projects with 11% off everything at Menards. Save time and adhere the savings with Loctite. Power Grab heavy-duty construction adhesive has a 0-second instant grab. A 9-ounce tube is $4.44 after 11% rebate. Transform your space with a fresh coat of paint. Pittsburgh Ultra Interior Paint is a remarkable paint at an incredible value. It's a paint and primer in one that provides a durable finish. A gallon is $19.55 after 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Food for Kids needs volunteers for October 22nd. To help, go online or call today.
Welcome back here to Up North at 4. Mary Wolf, Cassie Hurd joining us now from the Great Lakes Intertribal Council.
Yes.
Oh, I nailed it.
Yes.
I was getting nervous. I was like, I'm going to screw up that name so bad. Anyway, though, you folks are joining us today to talk. It's that time of year. COVID, you know, it could be on the rise in the winter, and this is sort of the time where people can kind of take preventative measures, right? Talking COVID boosters. Why is this so important to keep your community healthy?
It's important to get vaccinated and boosted. It protects us from getting more serious case of COVID-19, and that's important. But it's also important to us to protect those around us, like my family, our elders, our friends, our co-workers, our whole community. And the people that we're representing are the tribal communities that are rural, they're very small, and there has been a lot of loss, even amongst the people that are first language speakers. So it's really hit the communities hard, and that's why it's very important to us to make sure that we encourage our tribal communities especially to take care of their elders and get vaccinated.
Taking this seriously, which we appreciate. You know, a week ago I sat and I got my COVID shot in this arm and the flu shot in this arm. And there were, you know, some people who said that, hey, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to wait. But then I called my doctor and they're like, no, nothing wrong with that. You can double up this year and get both at the same time. Do you offer that too as well? Flu and the COVID shot?
We do encourage all vaccinations, you know, flu also, but it really depends on the person's medical provider, their health provider, to guide them on what would be best for the person.
Right. And I know there's people who are watching, they're probably like, you know, I don't want to deal with any of the adverse symptoms, if you will. Like, when I got my shot, I mean, I was down for the count for...
He was out for a couple days.
2 days. Like, it was brutal. I know some people probably don't want to deal with that, but this is important. So, I mean, I guess, like, what could you say to those people just to kind of say, you'll be all right?
Well, I think the vaccinations and the boosters will help people that have chronic conditions, autoimmune diseases, but chronic conditions like diabetes, which is very prevalent within the tribes. We're very susceptible to things like that, and asthma, cancers run high. So, I mean, this is something that not only the person that's at risk for having complications from COVID, but also their family members or people that are around them that care about them, they should probably think about getting vaccinated also to protect their loved ones.
And I think there's a lot of people out there as well who have, you know, COVID, we've been there, done that, right? They're kind of thinking that's over there now, right? But it's not. It's the numbers are increasing across the country. It's affecting tribal communities. And what do you say to those people who are on the fence? You know, just like, you know, it's not going to affect me. You know, I got a shot 2 years ago. I'm fine now. You know, are they fine now? Or what would you say to them?
I would say go in for a booster, and just like we do with the flu shots each year, they change it a little bit, you know, to address the types of strains of flu that's coming out. And this COVID keeps mutating, and they're trying to keep up with it. And so I would say keep up with the boosters too.
I'm kind of curious as well, and I'm not sure how much you would be able to speak on this, but you mentioned the tribal communities were hit hard during the pandemic, and you know, as we're kind of trying to get past that, right, sort of build up, what's sort of the sentiment have you noticed among tribal communities in just sort of wanting to move on and be better than it was before?
There has been so much isolation because of the COVID, and I know that the communities want to be healthy. They want to get back together and have gatherings safely. And so that's another reason why it would be good to have the community boosted in order to still gain and get together like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have time for just one more question, so I'll ask you both, if there's anyone out there watching who's maybe interested in scheduling an appointment to get a shot or just want to learn more information, where could you guide them to?
I would guide them to their local health clinics to ask their providers.
Well, Mary and Cassie, I appreciate you guys coming on. We're going to take a break here at Up North at 4. Be right back after this.
When I started working at Michaels Corporation, Tim was 9 years old.
Tim worked in the trenches for many years when he first started out in this company.
51 years.
12 years. 20 years. 50 years.
Took a small Wisconsin company to one of the best in America.
Tim is really hardworking.
Very good leader, and he's going to tell you like it is. Because of Tim Michaels, there are thousands of good-paying jobs in Wisconsin.
Jobs that people are proud of.
I wouldn't hesitate for 1 second to jump in a foxhole with Tim.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Whether it's high-end art exhibitions, concerts, or special events, ArtStart is an engaged and active organization, strengthening our community through arts education and cultural engagement. Learn more at artstartrhinelander.org.
Their games ended in heartbreak. Now they return for the first ever Second Chance competition, brought to you by Moderna. This week, one will win a spot in the Jeopardy! Tournament of Champions.
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
Breaking news in Dallas, Texas, where at least 5 police officers were killed when they were ambushed.
This was the deadliest day for U.S. law enforcement since 9/11.
Just days after this horrific crime, Mandela Barnes appeared on Vladimir Putin's propaganda news outlet and rationalized violence against American police officers.
Police officers are over-exercising their badges. This probably was a retaliatory attack.
Do you want Mandela Barnes representing you in the Senate?
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Buffy's Northwoods Kitchen on Up North at 4 is brought to you by Bassett Jewelers and Engraving in Minocqua and Eagle River Cabinets in Rhinelander and Eagle River.
Hi everybody, welcome to Buffy's Northwoods Kitchen. On today's menu, pasta with grilled vegetables. In this bowl here, I have some chunked up portobello mushrooms, a red onion cut up, a yellow bell pepper, a zucchini, a smallish zucchini, and a box of grape tomatoes. And I'm just going to coat those liberally with olive oil. And I'm going to season with granulated garlic and just some Italian seasoning. And I'm going to give this a toss to mix everything. And once again, the bowl is too small, but that's okay. And then once we get everything coated with oil, I'm just going to dump these vegetables in a single-ish layer on the grill, and then I'll cover them and let them go for a few minutes. Take the lid off, toss them, move them around, and it's only going to take, I would say, maybe 10 to 12 minutes to cook the vegetables. Maybe 15. I have a pretty hot fire going, and I've got these all pretty well coated, so I'll just dump these on. Try not to dump any off the grill mat. And that's exciting. Nothing like a flare-up, but I'll put the lid on and we'll be okay. And you're going to want to turn them, I would say, probably 3 or 4 times. Okay, now after the vegetables have cooked for, I don't know, 15 to 18 minutes, and they're fairly charred but not scorched, I'm just going to very carefully dump them over my pasta. And then, just for good measure, I have some nice purple basil here that I'm just going to tear up and toss on. Pasta with grilled vegetables from Buffy's Northwoods Kitchen. Cook on, my friend.
Defund the Police radical Mandela Barnes isn't just dangerously wrong on crime. Barnes supported raising Wisconsin's gas tax nearly 30%, while we already pay some of the highest gas taxes in the country. Barnes wants to stop all oil and gas production in America, killing jobs and making prices skyrocket. And while Barnes didn't pay his own taxes, he pushed a $1 billion tax increase on Wisconsin families. We can't afford radical Mandela Barnes. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At a company, the culture comes from the top. Under Tim Michaels, court filings say women at his company were harassed and assaulted.
They repeatedly faced unwanted sexual comments. A male superior groped the crotch and inner thigh of a female employee.
Women said they were pressured to have sex with their bosses.
If she refused demands for sex, she would be blackballed from working on a pipeline job.
Those who spoke out at Michaels Corp were fired. That's how radical Tim Michaels runs his company. Don't let him run our state.
At Legacy, we transform your old, beat-up concrete into a beautiful, durable surface in one day. Hi, I'm Joey with Legacy Concrete Coatings. We specialize in garages, patios, pool decks, basements, and more. We don't just coat over your old concrete. We start by grinding it down, then we apply the base coat and chip and seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. Our coatings are beautiful, durable, ridiculously easy to clean, and are backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty. Our in-house team is ready to answer any questions that you have before and after the install. And right now on all projects, we're offering 15% off. Call the number shown below or visit our website for your new floor today. Day floor.
Welcome on back. So, Jeff, your whole summer of record-breaking snowfall might take a hit, or your winter.
Winter.
I misspoke.
On the way.
Because 60s.
60s this weekend. I was up in Hurley yesterday.
Was it like 10
Almost
inches?
a foot of snow there. It was awesome. I cannot wait for that to come here. I know lots of you don't want to shovel, but again, it's great for the economy. We'll have more on weather forecasts, of course, for you at 5 o'clock.
Well, thank you, Jeff. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow on Up North at 4. Thanks for tuning in.
Music every weekend, never a cover, and drinks priced right. TV, pool, darts, and more. It's Happy's Pub in downtown Woodruff.
My thoughts on laser therapy is, to me, is awesome. I mean, it really, really made a big difference. Every time I came here, I noticed an improvement. I mean, I was starting to do things that I couldn't do a week before, and so I'm totally grateful for it. Integrated Pain Solutions got me back to my normal trucking and equipment handling life. Thank you.